Hey there, Vinny from Project Frugal. Another fortnight, another $1,000 onto Denise's portfolio. Let's check it out and see what she's got this time. Okie dokie, let's get into it. Another $1,000 put in. The balance in the wallet is $1,037.55, which means we've put $1,000 in, but we haven't actually bought anything. And the good reason for that is when Sharesies updated their fees or upgraded their fees or whatever you want to call it, literally a couple of weeks ago when they put their fees up from 0.5% for buying and selling up to 1.9%, generally speaking, there's a few caveats with that, pretty much quadrupling the fees. We've decided we're not going to be investing until we can get a plan. Some of the plans I've got offered there, $15 will give you a month's worth of up to $5,000 of buying and selling. So our plan is to spend $15 and we'll get no transaction fees whatsoever on transactions up to $5,000, so we can maximize the fees. Therefore, we'll be paying 0.3%. So instead of what would have normally been $25, well, we're going to save a whopping $10, which is not a lot in the scheme of things, but it's the principle. If we just carry on investing, if we put this $1,000 into something right now, it would cost $19. So by utilizing the $15 plan deal, we will spend $15. We will get $5,000 worth of buys and save a lot of money in the meantime. It's just a matter of being patient. So the idea now, we'll get some dividends off this portfolio. We're just going to save $1,000 a fortnight. We can't really afford any more. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to maintain our consistency. This is episode 45 of Road to 100K. By the time we get up to episode 100, if we haven't got $100,000 in there, we would have been better off just putting the money in a 0% bank account. Well, that's pretty sad, but I'm sure I'm 100%, 25% confident that we're going to make some money. No, we are 99.5% confident that we're actually going to make some money on this portfolio. As time goes on, maybe that confidence will wane because we're almost halfway there, but there's a long way to go. So another 5 episodes, we will have put in $50,000, and that's just the way it goes. So according to this, it says we put in $46,092.65. That is indeed incorrect because we have received dividends and we've also received losses. So all the dividends have been put back in. So technically it's $45,000 that's gone into this portfolio, and we've lost $4.5 grand. Yeah, well, it's not $4.5 grand because they've changed the way they do the wallet now. So we've got $1,035.55 plus $40,000, $516.49. Oh, it's a mouthful. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the chart. We'll go and see what it's been doing in the last month, because the last couple of weeks were fantastic up until about this time last week when the dreaded cyclone hit New Zealand, and obviously that's given the market a bit of a downturn because Auckland got semi-washed out along with Hawke's Bay and Coromandel and a bit of Northland and a bit of Waikato, and that part of the country is not faring too well at the moment. So it's not good for the New Zealand market. Just before we had at least a 6 on the Richter scale earthquake. That doesn't help either. So earthquakes and floods, yeehaw, that's the benefit of living in New Zealand. You got to love it. We're just tracked under the $3,000 mark somewhere down here. Here we go. We were negative $3,000 back a week ago, basically, and unfortunately since then it's lost another $500 on paper. But never mind, we'll just carry on. Let's go and have a look at the actual portfolio. Today has been another down day, so pretty much the last week has been going downhill. But total is $41,525.38. We've put this fancy ticker here if you want to see more of that. Click the link up here to watch how I put it on. I'm not 100% sure that it's accurate because this close of day for the NZX50 seems to end halfway during the day, so there's something wrong with that. We might have to see if we can maybe get another one, maybe figure it. And the ASX 200, well, I'm sure that's closed by now, but it's, according to this, it's still carrying on. So a bit of work to do there. So no further additions in terms of shares to the portfolio. We'll go and have a look at the dividends. And let's check it out. So show dividends. So there will be some dividends getting paid out. January is completely finished, $37.55 there. We've only got a whopping $17.66 to go in February for this particular portfolio, which is the first time it's ever been paid out in February. And at this stage, March, all the companies are reporting their earnings and all that sort of stuff, their 6 monthly earnings. At the moment, we've only got $15.79 coming in. I would expect March should get over $200 at this stage, because we have been ploughing money into this portfolio all throughout all of these particular months when the dividends actually pay. So let's go back to the company summary again. Like I say, not much has changed here. We've got all of these companies here in the yellow here on this column here, which is the earnings date. One will be reporting tonight, so that should actually be showing up on this particular application tomorrow for Fletcher Building. And based on the numbers, well, who knows what the numbers are going to be, because they are going to fluctuate. But last time it paid out $54.48, which is pretty good on only $1,349. So hopefully more of the same, please, would be pretty good. Anywhere $40, $50, I don't care. Anything's better than nothing. And at the moment, that's still a buy. Apparently it's 29% undervalued, so hopefully that can continue on. So not much else to report on this particular portfolio. Most of these are buys. Most of them appear to be undervalued. As you can see, the price target here, all of these ones that do actually report are all green, apart from Westpac Banking Corporation. However, these numbers obviously will change over time, and it depends when the analysts do it, and it depends when my application actually updates and gets the new stats from the analysts, whatever analysts those are. And it's very limited in New Zealand, because this is not the US where they've got thousands and thousands of stocks, thousands of analysts. Piddly old New Zealand, well, not many companies, low value companies in the eyes of the US investors, and not a lot happens over in New Zealand. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. We've only got 5 million people. We've still got a good market, and there's potential, much potential, to make some good investment decisions on the New Zealand stock market. Looking at the NZX 50 charts, as you can see, the week's gone down, the fortnight's gone, well, it's pretty much about the same. We're still up over the month, even though there has been a drop in the last week or so, and we're still up overall in the last 6 months, which is good, and it's still hypothetically tracking up. It's always going to go up and down, so we've had some downs. You can see it here on the 6 monthly chart there, bit of a bad period from December through to, well, started December through to mid-December there, and then it just started creeping on, going up until, where are we now, mid-February. Yeah, it's just had a little bit of a downturn in the last week. Who knows which way it'll go? Could go up, could go down. I've got absolutely no idea. But based on those numbers that we looked at before, in terms of the valuation of the companies and the analyst recommendations and what the market has been doing, it should be going up, because we're not back at the highs that we were January 2022 when the market started crashing. So just over a year ago. We'll get back up there, and this portfolio should go further than that and do a lot better. So just got to play the long game, be patient, and carry on. Well, there we have it. Not very exciting. $1,000 in the wallet, plus whatever dividends we've made. We'll just keep trucking along until we get at least $3,000, but ideally $5,000. So when we're paying 0.5%, it's not going to equate to that much. So we'll go with that. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and have a great evening, morning, day, wherever you are, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.